Hit it. Yeah, hit it then. Hit it.
Am I hitting it?
Yeah,
Hold
just
on.
hit it. Hit
Hold
it.
on.
Hit
Hold
it
on.
like a
I'm trying
Polaroid picture or whatever Outcast said.
Hang on.
What
Did you hear
what
that?
am I hanging on for?
I was trying to open a drink on mic, but it's hard to do one-handed.
What is this? The Weekly Planet? No, you don't have to open a drink on mic, man.
No, I was going to show you that I actually have caffeine today because last week I did not.
Oh, good for you. You
And
have caffeine.
I was going to tell you, or I was going to ask you.
That's
and
how you
all of
open a
our-
drink on mic. Did you hear that?
Well, aren't you
Yeah.
just cool, Kevin?
Did you hear
I'm trying
that?
to clean my glasses with one hand.
Did you
trying to
hear
open a
that?
drink
I
with one
one-upped
hand.
you, babe. I had to do it with one hand.
I'm not good with one hand like you, Kevin.
I guess not, baby. I'm
don't know
a
if
one-hand champ over here.
Sounds like an insult, but I don't know.
One-hand champ does. All right.
You know who's the one
Insult or compliment? One-hand champ. You decide. You decide
Compliment.
right now. You're deciding this. Is that a compliment
Me?
or an insult? Yes, you. Right
It's a
now,
compliment.
real time. One-hand champ. If I called you a
compliment.
one-hand champ, would you be offended or would you go, "Oh, thank you"?
No, it's a compliment because it's a chess move.
Okay.
The one-hand champ is a chess
You're
move.
the one-hand champ. All right.
Kevin, I have a question for you.
Yeah, hit me. What's
How
your
does it
question?
feel to know that one of your favorite actors is the equivalent of one of my favorite
I
actors now?
was okay.
Tom Hardy is Jason Statham, everybody.
Okay, first off, two things on this. Two things. I have two concessions. All right, I have two concessions. You're gonna enjoy the shit out of this, Odie. Here we
I
go.
love it.
One,
Okay.
I love that Jason Statham quote this week, right?
Yes.
Where he said,
Yes.
"I just want to work hard, make money, eat with good people, and love the same woman over and over again." I was like, a man after my own heart. You know what, Jason
He's married to a
Statham?
model, of course.
You've gone
he
up a
does.
point in my book. Yeah, he's married to a model 20 years younger than him. We don't have to talk about that right now.
Is she that young? Much
She
younger?
was 23 and he was 43. I looked it up because it looked staunchly different in the photo I saw. I was like, they look very different in age. And I know models sometimes, beauty routines, taking good care of themselves, staying out of the sun. Like, there's a lot of stuff where, like, they might age slower. But no, just 20-year difference. Yep.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, but, well, that's your boy.
They're happy,
That's-
though.
That's
They're
your
happy.
boy.
They're happy. I guess.
Is better if monogamy? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, all right. So let's skipping that nice quote,
Skip that. Yeah,
Jason
let's just skip
Statham.
that one.
Yeah, because what are we gonna do? Knock on? Excuse me, you have to break up now. It's like what? What are we? The relationship?
She was in
police?
Transformers 3. You're not allowed to date her anymore.
Yeah, right. You can't. Yeah, sorry, you can't. It's the 20-year rule. It's not allowed. Yeah, what the fuck? No, good quote by Jason Statham. Also, yeah, I was watching. So okay, I'm watching the first probably 15 minutes of what's it, Havoc with Tom Hardy. It's been advertised a ton on Netflix. I haven't
Well, it's
seen
Gareth
it advertised in a lot of other places. Right.
Yeah.
First off, the cast is insane, and like Forrest Whitaker, like, and it's still not great. But I'm watching it, and I'm like, is Tom Hardy just playing the same guy over and over again?
He did
like,
in that Twin movie where he was two of the same guy playing the same guy.
Well, okay, but that's a very different guy than what I'm talking about, because
I know.
Eddie Brock,
Well,
the guy from The Drop, Tom Hardy in this role in Havoc, whatever this character's name is, it's
John Havoc.
It's the same. I feel like he's just showing up to set, and they're like, "You realize you're a homicide detective in this?" And he's like, "No, I'm a dirty guy." And it's
I'm
like,
gonna grunt.
"You're a dirty guy?" "Yeah, and I'm real sweaty."
I'm gonna
like,
grunt.
no, dude. Like, have you not like Eddie? Here's Eddie Brock, the guy in The Drop, a couple other roles that he's played now, and this character. They're all like everyone else around them. Have you noticed? Like, all the other cops are like clean, like white shirt, tie,
He's the
sometimes a
deadbeat.
hat. He's like sweaty. Like,
Yeah.
like every shot he's in, I'm like, did someone just spray you with a mister? Like,
He sprints
not
to
only
set.
that, he's like gross looking. Like, he looks like if he gave you a hug, you would smell after.
Yeah.
And that's Eddie
Jason Statham
Brock
doesn't
too.
look
I'm
like
like,
that.
why are all of these characters looking this way? And then I learned something because I called up a friend of mine last night. I've talked to a couple film directors in the past week because I needed to confirm something that we'll talk about on the podcast. But I was talking with a friend of mine last night, and I'm like, is he doing? And my friend revealed, one, he's not challenging himself anymore, so confirmed.
Agreed.
But then two, I didn't know this. Tom Hardy brings on a writer to rewrite any script he's attached to.
Oh.
And this is like a well-known thing in the industry. Like he brings on a writer and they rewrite the script. So no wonder he's playing the same fucking character, and no wonder the movies have gone down in caliber. He's bringing in the same writer. Like this is the guy who was Handsome Bob, the Twins in Legend. Like he's been interesting. He was Mad Max. Jinx.
Jinx.
but it feels like he settled into Mad Max. He's like, yeah, that's where I want to be. Just
What was the last Tom Hardy movie you liked? Like, really liked?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know.
What was the last Jason Statham movie you really
probably
liked?
Legend, because that came out after
2.
Mad Max, right?
Let's see.
Yeah. But,
honestly,
okay, this is still the cold open. Anyway, let's get through this. Tom Hardy is grubby. He's a grubby man in every film that he's in. And until he stops playing sweaty, grubby dudes who look like they're going to make you smell after you hug them. I don't know why you'd want to hug him anyway, because he's like, and yeah, you're right. He's a new Jason Statham. He's just pigeonholing
just in a
himself.
different way. So they need to do a movie together where Jason Statham is an everyday guy who was a Royal SAS Special Forces beat him up, knock around guy,
and
teams up with Tom Hardy, who's a gruff and rough,
London dirty
cop.
man.
They're both in London, but they're from America for some reason.
Just a dirty man. Like,
and they have to go after. It's directed by
corporate.
Guy Ritchie. And they got to go after
a corporate
Hugh
political
Grant.
Conspiracy theory.
They
got to
go after Hugh Grant.
Yeah. What? Oh God. Well, and then Hugh Grant would kill it.
Yeah.
Like I'd watch the movie for Hugh Grant at that point. All right.
Exactly.
Well, that's great. Here's the real trick. What's the movie called, Odie?
Oh.
What's
are you ready?
the movie called? Yeah.
Couple of Blokes.
Oh, I was gonna call it Shine-n-Grime.
Both are good. Both are good. Oh, dude, it could be a series. Couple of Blokes, :
Shine-n-Grime. Then those are their names. And Jason Statham comes in. He's like, I'm Shine
because he's bald.
I'm Shine because I'm bald. Yeah, see, you got it immediately. See,
Here,
I'm
buddy.
good at this. I should be. Hire me for your next movie, Jason Statham. I know you're making millions of dollars, so you can go back and make love to your wife who's 20 years younger than you. Tom Hardy, don't bring your writer.
I'll be your writer, Tom Hardy.
You ready to clap?
Yes.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of the UnPop podcast. I'm your Capitan, todo siempre Kevin Miner. He, him. With me as always is
Odie Matthews, the chef, cooking up content. I follow your lead from now on intros. Whatever you do, I'm going to do.
You can tell which one of us does musical theater.
Me, obviously.
Obviously. I don't know why I went first. Like, well, obviously set up the better.
I was Prince Charming in Into the Woods, Kevin.
Wow.
Okay.
Me too.
Into the
Me
woods
too.
and through the hills, we're finding Prince Charming.
That's what we should do. Is we should just put on our own production of Into the Woods so we can both play the Prince's Charming again. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be the one that says dwarfs or the one that says dwarves?
I want to be Rapunzel's prince because in that production, the kid who played it, he played it like a joke. So he sang bad on purpose because he couldn't sing. He acted like a goof.
That's the one who says dwarfs. That's the one who says it correctly. Because it's it's dwarfs, like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Dwarves are different.
Yeah, they're
all right.
Different.
Let's just get into this. So, on top of we were talking about Tom Hardy, Jason Statham, all that junk, right? Like, on top of that, we also saw some trailers this week, right?
Yeah.
Got
some trailers for you.
Yep. And not only that. There's other shit. You take it away, Odie.
Kevin, look up.
We got some UnPop news, baby.
Kevin, look up the plane that drops the trailer bombs is over us. Here they come.
Are you just trying to do the opposite of the Weekly Planet now? Why? No. It's got to be something different. It's got trailer train. That actually makes more sense than a boat.
It makes more sense than a plane that drops bombs.
Well, I mean, trailer. Do you want trailer bombs or do you want cargo freights full of trailers? They're not only that; they're the size of a screen. We could have a screen on them. I'm creating a visual here, Odie.
Predator's Badlands. I'm gonna jump off this train while it's still going.
Trailer train, baby. Here we go. Choo choo.
Predator Badlands. Okay, so this is from the director of the guy that did Prey, which is the Amber Mid-Thunder. She's had kind of a nice glow up since then in terms of movies. She's done. She was in Novocaine with Jack Quaid. She did. She was in the Netflix Avatar: Last Airbender show for a little bit.
Who is this?
Amber Mid-Thunder. She was the main actress in Prey.
She's the director?
No, Kevin. I was saying the director of Prey, which starred Amber Mid-Thunder, is the guy that did Predator Badlands.
Yeah, I lost track because you jumped into her filmography so quick, and my brain was like, wait, what?
Got to keep up, baby. The train's moving at full speed.
Who's the director of Prey?
I didn't get his name.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.
It's not Amber Mid-Thunder.
Dan Trachtenberg.
Awesome. Dan Trachtenberg. We love Dan Trachtenberg. What's up, Dan?
He also did 10 Cloverfield Lane, but he's also doing the animated Predator anthology movie where it's 3 different stories.
He's got so much momentum, we might as well call him Dan Trachtenberg.
Trachtenberg. He's driving the train.
He's driving the train, baby. All right. Yeah, so Predator Badlands.
Incredible, right? Like,
It looks
good.
Phenomenal. As you said, one of the Fannings.
So here's the thing about that. Elle Fanning.
Yeah,
I think it's Elle Fanning. She, I think, is a Weyland Yutani android.
That would be sick.
Because if you notice in that trailer, there's a moment where her eyes go white.
Okay. When you first said Weyland Yutani android, I was like, oh my God, they're opening it up for the Alien versus Predator proper version that we need.
A proper one.
We need
where you can see what's happening. It's not dark.
Yeah, and it's not like every Alien versus Predator movie so far has had like way too long of a first act. Like, the first act is always like you feel like you're out of the first act because we discover the aliens, the predators there, maybe a couple kills have happened, but the first act extends into like an hour sometimes.
Because it's like science stuff.
Yeah, and it's like, the eggs are hatching and we're looking up this thing. No, just drop us the fuck
it's
in.
It's an ancient temple.
Yeah.
And they might have used it for rituals. No, but this is about a predator who is exiled or like an outcast from his predator tribe. And he fucked
up on his hunt, and they were like, "Get out of here, you dirty, grubby little predator."
It looks, dude. The final shot where he like screams without the mask on, I was just like, "Yeah, this is the Predator movies we want." And I think what I'm gonna do for either this Predator movie or the anthology one, I'm gonna look at the Shane Black Predators, where it's another autistic is a superpower, which we're gonna talk about later.
I love that.
It's interesting because like. Predator, 1987, incredible, right?
Yeah.
Incredible movie. I mean, I even like Predator 2 because I think it's got some charm to it. It's got what's his name?
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover. Thank you. Golly. I almost called him Donald Glover, and I was like, that's a different guy.
People probably do that all the time.
I bet. And then you've got what I think is honestly, this might be controversial, but like Predators with Adrian Brody and everybody,
not bad.
Is fucking incredible.
It's not bad. It's all right.
It's really good. I like it. I just like the reveal of like these guys are all like prisoners on a planet. They just get hunted. Like, that's cool. But
not bad. Yeah.
Alien, I think, has a worse track record than Predator. Would you agree?
What?
Because you've got Alien 3, Alien 4.
No,
Prometheus.
I would actually disagree.
You think Predator is worse than the Alien franchise?
Yeah,
really?
actually.
With Prey, Predator, Predators, and Predator 2? Because the only bad Predator movie is The Predator, in my opinion.
I actually think The Predator is pretty bad. I did not care too much for Predators. Predator 2's fine, but I've rewatched it as an adult and been like, yeah, it's fine. Okay. Predator has had actually a better run in the comics than Alien has, in my opinion. Predator has had an amazing run in the comics, especially the ones that have the Predator as a protagonist, and this this trailer is making me think of those. Like, okay, so flashback, we're in like 1998 or whatever, and little Kevin is abstaining from learning writing cursive or having any form of writing other than chicken scratch because he already knows the fucking alphabet and doesn't want to write the same letter over and over again. So he has the Predator comics stuffed into his grammar and whatever his literacy and grammar textbooks,
awesome.
And is reading the Predator instead and watching panel by panel as the Predator rips out someone's spine and shines their skull. That was me. That was what I was doing in 3rd grade. I wasn't learning to write better than chicken scratch. I was watching the Predator rip people's spines out and like hunt people down and have these intricate and interesting plot lines. And this seems good. I like that we got the human character to ground the film so that more people. But the human-like character. To ground the film so that when you go in to see it, like I feel like this will draw more people in because if it was just Predators, like that's a bigger gamble because it's not James Cameron's Avatar that everybody loves because they got the weird. I feel like people who watch
the Predators blue.
If you made the Predators blue, people would probably go see it, right? And they got to fly on a weird pterodactyl and like have weird mating rituals, and be a ripoff of Fern Gully. But but ultimately, I think more people will watch this because of Elle Fanning being in it, and then I think, honestly, I really think it's gonna be a good movie a la 10,000 BC, a la, pick another like warrior in the wild movie.
Did you see Prey?
Yeah.
So
we talked about it, didn't we?
I think so. They ran the numbers on Prey, and if it had come out in theaters, it probably would have done really well. Kind of like Glass Onion.
Yeah.
The Netflix Glass Onion movie. Like, it came out for like a weekend, and Glass Onion made like $20 million in one weekend.
Yeah.
And then the Netflix was like, okay, well, now it's not in theaters anymore. So I've been saying for a while, I've loved The Predator, and maybe I'm biased when it comes to aliens and predators because I've always loved The Predator. I saw it first. I was a big Arnold fan growing up. I loved Commando. I loved Predator. I loved
Maybe that's what it is. I saw Alien. Alien's like my first favorite horror.
If you saw Alien
horror.
first, I think.
Yeah.
And because to me, and this puts me in the minority, but only Alien and Aliens, in my opinion, are the good ones. Like, I think everything else in the Alien franchise is pretty rubbish.
3 is fine. It's an action film instead of it really gets away from the horror element. 4 is. We don't talk about 4. Everything else is with predators. But then Prometheus, Alien Covenant, and Alien Romulus are phenomenal. So you actually have 5 phenomenal Alien films.
Nah, Covenant and Prometheus are bad, but I'll give you Romulus. But when it comes to Predator, I see the look on your face. I don't care. I don't like them. I don't like them. Fight me.
You don't have to like them, Odie, for them to be
bad.
good.
No, they're bad. They're not nearly as good as The Working Man with Jason Statham. But anyways, Predator looks good.
What?
I'm excited.
Moving on. Next trailer.
Next Jungle Cruise 2. Oh wait, no.
No.
Sorry. Fountain of Youth.
No.
Fountain of Youth. Sorry, I thought it was Jungle Cruise 2 because it looks like Jungle Cruise.
It does. Does it?
Yes.
You know what I think it looks like?
It's modern day Jungle Cruise. Dude.
I think it looks like they're doing a more serious National Treasure / The Mummy.
More serious with John Krasinski
/ Uncharted.
Uncharted?
The Chartered movies.
Uncharted with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, the Mark Wahlberg movie.
Yeah.
That's what this looks like. I literally just watched
Ritchie,
this trailer. I did not know that this was coming out. It's a
Apple
series,
TV?
right? Or is it a movie?
Nope, it's a movie.
Oh, fuck
Guy
this.
Ritchie,
Nope.
Apple TV.
Nope. Fuck
so,
it.
okay,
it's
so if
gonna be
anybody
bad.
hasn't seen this trailer,
It's gonna be
I
bad.
wanted to talk about it because it looks bad.
Yep.
And I only wanted to talk
gonna
about
be
it
bad.
for a second. This movie is John Krasinski and his sister Natalie Portman are trying to find the Fountain of Youth so their dad will get credit. It is every National Treasure, Indiana Jones, Jungle Cruise, Lost Adventure, Uncharted movie. But it to me, this looks like they took every bit from those movies that's good and was just like, well, if we put all those bits together, this whole movie will be good.
Yeah,
but
it also kind of feels like
bad.
a Dan Brown thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what did he write? The Da Vinci Code? Because there's Stanley Tucci shows up and he's like, we've been hiding this for centuries and mankind
there's like this
can't
weird,
know about it. So
there's,
if you knew, we'd have to kill you, you know?
Eliza Gonzalez, who plays Elektra in the Daredevil show.
Phenomenal.
She's playing like a weird villain where she's like, if you go after it, we're going to stop you. And then she throws a meat cleaver at
Eliza
John Krasinski's head.
Gonzalez, also famously from Bloodshot.
Oh my God, no, we don't talk about Bloodshot. Magnum Opus already did.
No, she's been in some phenomenal movies.
She's amazing.
And yeah, she's
amazing.
crushing it right now. So
I hope she comes back in
she's in the
Daredevil.
new Flying Lotus film that I will probably eventually surprise you with talking about one week, called Ash, alongside Aaron Paul.
I
yeah,
need to
which
watch
looks
that.
phenomenal. Like it looks like real like teleological horror, like proper, Lovecraftian,
I need to watch White
supernatural. But yeah, no, not White Lotus. No, Flying Lotus's new film, Ash. Flying Lotus is an artist.
Got you.
Yes.
Got you. No, Flying Lotus is doing the Hurry Up Tomorrow movie, I think, with The Weeknd.
I think so. Flying Lotus is amazing. First off,
can't
it's
wait for
absolutely
that
amazing. Maybe I'll do a deep dive on Flying Lotus.
Do you notice how when we talk about something bad, we end up grabbing something good and just talking about that has nothing to do with the thing because we don't want to talk about the bad thing?
Back to the Fountain of Youth.
It looks bad. We don't have to talk about it very much. It looks bad. It looks generic and campy. I like John Krasinski as Jim from The Office.
Yeah.
As somebody who just recently did the movie If over on Magnum Opus, which is a John Krasinski directed, written, and starred movie. Here's a good question for you. Here's my thought on Fountain of Youth. What actor or actress could be in anything and no matter what you're going to go see them? Because honestly, I don't think I have one of those anymore except for maybe Jason Statham, but I think at this point it's a meme.
Donald Glover.
Okay.
Jude Law.
Oh, I love Jude Law.
Michael B. Jordan.
Okay. Yep. I agree with that one. Love Michael B.
Charlie
John
Hunnam.
Bernthal. John Bernthal for me.
Charlie Hunnam, probably.
Charlie Hunnam's
Hugh
good.
Grant.
Hugh Grant, yeah. Okay.
Who's the actress from Heretic across Hugh Grant? What was her name? From Companion? I'd see her in anything. What's her name?
But yes.
You gotta look it up. Otherwise, we're
I'm looking-
sexist. If you don't look this up, we're misogynists right now.
Sophie Thatcher.
Thank you, Sophie Thatcher.
I refuse to be sexist.
I still feel like a misogynist because I can list all of these like male actors so easily, and then you're like, what actresses? And I'm like,
Margaret Qualley from The Substance for me. She's one that I think. But anyways, Fountain of Youth. Apple TV. If it comes out on Apple TV and not in theaters, check out Magnum Opus. I will definitely cover it.
You know who would be great? Pedro Pascal.
Oh, I fucking love Pedro Pascal, except for his movie Freaky Tales.
Oscar Isaac.
Okay. Moving on to news. But see, like, you named a lot of people, but even I'm like, I don't know, like, if their movie doesn't look good, I wouldn't go see it. I'm talking about somebody that even if their movie looked bad, you would go see it.
Robert Pattinson.
I love that. Robert Pattinson for sure. Well,
I think I've seen every bad film that all of those actors have been in.
Well, we're going to talk
including
after the
Excalibur, which has two of them.
Oh, yeah. The Guy Ritchie movie?
Yeah.
The Charlie Hunnam, Hugh Grant. No, it has three of them. Jude Law's in that.
I watched the whole thing.
Dude, Jude Law, Charlie Hunnam, and Hugh Grant are in that.
I watched
and David
the
Beckham.
whole thing. It's bad.
King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Yeah.
I almost watched it twice.
Don't.
It's bad.
So
keep going.
I do want to talk about. Now, after the news, I do want to talk a little bit about movie fatigue, but I want to get to the news first.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that was... that's a separate segment? The trailers is a separate segment?
Well, trailers are part of news, but we're not done with news
make a
yet.
thing now. God.
No, we're not done with news yet. We're still in news. Trailers are part of news.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I thought...
No, trailers are part of news.
I'm doing a trailer train anyway. Fuck it. You can't stop me.
Did you see the Barbie movie, Kevin?
Yeah, baby. It's the UnPop news coming at you fresh and hot from the command deck of the SS Marlon Brando. Let's see what this week had in store.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course I
Okay,
did. The best movie
remember-
ever that made more than $1 million and solved all sexism forever. That's why we're not sexist. Did it. We did it.
You came back to full circle.
Yep.
You're just Ken. What can you say?
I'm
do you
just
remember
Ken.
Do you remember Emma Mackey from the Barbie movie?
Yes.
She is going to be the White Witch in Greta Gerwig's Narnia series.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
So
that's good news.
Were you a Narnia? Did you ever read the Narnia books? Watch the Narnia shows?
All of
I
them.
watched the Narnia movies.
Narnia was what paved the way for me to love Lord of the Rings. Like C.S. Lewis and
That's a
J.R.R.
Christian
Tolkien
pave.
have their what?
That's a Christian path right there. If you're a Christian, you go Narnia to Lord of the Rings. Because I was raised Christian, I went Narnia or Lord of the Rings.
If you're becoming more Christian over time, you go Lord of the Rings to Narnia.
Exactly. It depends.
Yeah. But no, Narnia was like, because Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the cartoon. I remember watching as a kid. I loved it. Like, and it's animated. I don't know if it's Rolf Bakshi, but Rolf Bakshi did Lord of the Rings, and Narnia had a very similar animation style. But I remember watching that movie as a kid and just loving it. I was like, wait, they go into what? A closet, and then just they're in Narnia? Like, okay, amazing. And then Tumnus and like the beavers and everybody, and like as the movie's going on as a kid, it's just blowing your mind. You're like, the beavers talk, and like, wait, you've got Turkish delight. Like, yeah.
I'll be honest, it's not my favorite series.
Yeah.
I think for me as somebody, I don't know, like there's something about Narnia that I think as somebody who was raised a Christian, is no longer religious in any way, that I look at that and I'm like, I don't know how to feel about you because I liked you because of the Christian stuff. I haven't seen you since I left that. We're going to see what happens.
I like it. Even if you took away the metaphors, like even if you said like this is purely just for plot and world building, I think it's still good. It's a good story. It's I want
to see Greta Gerwig's.
Yeah.
I'm excited for
sure.
The original movie is not my favorite.
Well, I mean, if you're going for atheist Narnia, you can always watch his Dark Materials, baby.
I love his Dark Materials.
It exists. Well, there you go.
So
you
good.
see,
I love
atheist
that show.
Narnia exists, baby. We've got atheist Narnia right here. Not even at home. It's a good version.
Yeah, you've got so many good. Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
Speaking of Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. We love Michael B. Jordan. I'll see any movie he's in.
Good, because in 2027. He's going to be in a remake of the Thomas Crown Affair.
Directed by... Oh, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to be Thomas?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
Have you seen the original?
I don't even care. Like, that was... Oh, Pierce Brosnan?
Tell everybody what the original is about then. Most people probably have seen it.
It's about a famous painting that gets stolen. And then as the detective is unraveling the theft of the painting, they begin to suspect that it was the man who reported the painting stolen and was the owner in the first place.
The spoiled playboy rich guy takes
Thomas
up a
Crown.
life of art thief.
Yeah, well, and it's because he's bored.
Yeah,
which I
think is hilarious.
Well, I think we've actually talked about this on the podcast too. I'm getting deja vu. Like I feel like we've talked about this. I love that. Because we talked about like heist movies or whatever, or espionage. Anyway,
oh yeah, and not Michael B. Jordan's, but the original. Yeah.
But so the original, I loved the original. I remember, and there's the scene with all the guys with the briefcases. Oh, it's it's like okay. Who's directing though? Who's writing and directing this motherfucker? Because I swear to God.
If I say Ryan Coogler,
if you say Ryan Coogler,
it's not.
Thank God.
I honestly, I think, and I'm gonna double check. Yeah. Okay. I thought so. So, there's this director. Her name is Taylor Russell.
Yeah.
She hasn't really done a whole lot. The only one that I think she's done is like a small music video.
Yeah.
She is co-directing with Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, cool. All right. That's fine.
He's a good director.
Real quick aside. The two people that I talked to who are filmmakers this week, I was confirming with them my sentiments about Sinners, which we talked about last week. And I just want to say, by two now professional filmmakers, my sentiments have been confirmed and I feel okay. Because I'm like watching... Over the week, I've watched, like, on social media, people are just lighting up about this film and the deal that Ryan Coogler made and how, like, some people are even calling it a masterpiece. And and I feel bad for having the opinion that it's not. Like, when you see everybody kind of, like, going, it's a masterpiece, like, I'm like, but no.
Are you a contrarian, or was it just not for you?
Well, that's the question. I'm like, am I being a miser? Am I wrong in thinking this? And so I called up some friends and just validated. I was like, hey, I'm not crazy for thinking this movie has some really big flaws at the end of it, right? And they're like, no, not at all, Kev. You're good. And I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you. Like, that's it. And I will stand by my statement from last week. Like, 1, amazing movie. 2, they respect all their women, which is like huge for a horror film at all, right? 3, great theme and everything. 4 big problems at the end that just detract from everything. And like, once again, Ryan Coogler, like, is just the ending of his movie. I'm just like, oh, we were so close, man. We were so close to being perfect.
And see, I've come around on the ending where I'm like, actually,
Nope.
You know what? I don't have any problems with the ending anymore. But I also, like, I was really anticipating this movie, and I don't think there's anything wrong. Here's where I'm at with Sinners. I think if you flat out go, yeah, it's a bad movie, like, I didn't like it, it's a bad movie from start to finish, I think you're wrong.
Yeah,
like,
you're wrong. No,
I think you're wrong in that area. I think it's totally fine to be like, yeah, I liked it, didn't enjoy this part, I didn't like. If you have, I mean, even then, if you're like, it's a bad movie, if you have a valid reason, and I mean, you're probably, I mean, you know, like, I don't know, like, I guess I'm at the point now, I see so many movies, good, bad, or otherwise, and I'm like, you can think whatever you want. You're not going to change my opinion.
Yeah.
Go watch it if you want to.
Okay, we also talked about this last night, but this is the first great movie of the year, too. So I think there's a little bit of, like, I think with the first great movie of every year,
that
you get,
people
like,
actually
the
saw.
rose-tinted glasses. Yeah, like when that happens, I feel like people are like, it's amazing! And it's because, yeah, the first 4 months of this year, we got nothing.
It's been pretty abysmal.
We got nothing for 4 months, and now we're going into blockbuster season, and, like, I feel like a really good film like this comes out, and everybody's like, it's amazing. It's like, yeah, cool, you just didn't have sex for 4 months, and now you got laid for the first time in 4 months, and it's amazing. Of course it's amazing.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Keep
because,
going.
like, well, no, I was gonna say, like, on that, and we can talk it to movie fatigue, because honestly, my last bit of news was a joke.
What was it?
Megalopolis is getting a graphic novel.
Stop. Is it?
Yeah,
Get
I'm
out
not
of
kidding.
here.
It is.
Why?
It
Okay.
is.
Why is
It
every
is.
bad, gigantic film that wants to be
So
like
is
a
Rebel
huge
Moon.
statement piece and a franchise getting a graphic novel? Like, why
So
is
is Rebel
that?
Moon, baby.
Like, they're like, oh, the movie didn't work. We got to recoup some finances. Graphic
It's a
novel.
prequel. It's a prequel.
Fucking get
But
out of here.
speaking
Is it
of,
called?
like-
Is it called In the Club?
It's called Megalopolis before
In the
the
Club. Before the
Before the
Club.
Club.
Before the Club.
So, but speaking of, like, first great movie of the year, right?
Yeah.
I disagree with that in the sense that I saw 2 movies that I liked more than Sinners already this year, but nobody else saw.
What are
And
they?
they were back in. It was I brought this up, and I was thinking about this a lot last night, and I was thinking about all the movies I've seen this year. And
Yeah.
for one, real quick, I have seen roughly 18 movies this year
Whoa.
already, which is more than 4 a month.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Good for you. Proud of you.
I think if you were like, hey, so far, what are the 3 best movies of the year?
Hey,
I would.
Hey, Odie.
Yeah?
So far, what are the 3 best movies of the year?
Kevin, I'm so glad you asked. Kevin, I've been waiting for somebody to ask me this
All
for
right.
the last 10 seconds. I would say, and I think Sinners would be number 3 for me.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Number 2, I think would be Presence, because I still think that is a phenomenal fucking movie
Okay.
that nobody saw. And number 1 for me, I think, is going to be The Damned so far, which is an Icelandic horror film that nobody
yes. Yeah,
saw.
you loved that.
I still think about that because it's such a good slow burn.
You see, I had a friend message me and say Black Bag is your kind of movie, and now I'm like, that might end up being one of my favorites this year because, like,
Okay.
that's phenomenal.
Black Bag, those are my top 3, like, in terms of what I enjoyed. I think Black Bag is the best movie of the year so far.
Okay, well, still,
It is
so that's actually
so
number
good.
1.
And that's what I was going to actually say
Okay.
next, is that Black Bag, it's got Michael Fassbender, who is incredible. It's a wonderful little story of, like,
Who's
slow
opposite Michael
reveal.
Fassbender? We solved sexism, remember?
I can't remember. I never say her name right. I never say her name right, Kevin. It's Kate Blanchett. I always
Thank
get her
you.
confused with somebody else. We're not solving it if you keep pointing it out and I keep fucking it up.
Barbie solved sexism, and we still can't remember actresses' names.
But yeah, Black Bag, if you haven't seen it, you really should.
Yeah.
I would recommend. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change my top 3. I think it would be Presence, Damned, Black Bag. I think Sinners would be number 4. Like, Sinners is good,
Yeah.
but for me, those 3 were better.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed them.
What
a lot
about
more.
Companion?
Companion isn't my kind of movie, but
Okay.
I would say Companion and One of Them Days are probably the 2 most fun movies of the year.
See, I would say One of Them Days is the best movie I've seen so far this year. And I
You
haven't seen Black
that
Bag yet.
many. You haven't seen that many. I said you haven't seen that many.
No.
Well, you
and
liked
I'm
Captain
glad I
America.
haven't seen that many.
You
Captain
loved
America is one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time. It's bad. And I actually
Ooh,
had
you
a
saw
friend
Snow
who's a
White?
big comic book buff explain what's good about it to me in a good way, like not in a mansplaining way, but like he was kind of going over it. He and his fiance were chatting about it with me, and they were like, well, see, this is, and like as they were explaining, I'm like, yeah, but if you have to explain that much about a movie to make it good, is it really that good? And they're like, oh yeah, good point. Like,
no. Sacramento and The Amateur were also two good movies.
Oh
this year.
yeah, you've seen some good shit this year, man. You've seen
I'm
some
trying
good
to.
shit.
I see. We talked about this, but there used to be back in the day where like when movies were coming out, you had your like really big movie of the month, and then you had like your One of Them Days rom-com comedy movie of the month. So you had like your really big A movie, and then like a week later you'd have like your smaller B movie. And now
you've got your Born Identities, you've got your Who's Got Mails.
And like now you've got your, like I mean I'm thinking
I think it's You Got Mails. I just said Who's Got Mails.
It's You've Got Mail.
Who's Got Mails?
It's You've Got Mail.
Who's Got Mails is the spoof movie that they inevitably make, a la Scary Movie. Like
a la. But like, nowadays you'll have a movie like Sinners come out with a movie like Sacramento, and then you'll have a movie like Warfare, which is from like a pretty well-known director, come out with a movie like Minecraft movie. So what I've been trying to do this year as much as I can is see one of the big blockbustery, $200-300 million movies, so I can laugh and go, why the fuck did you make this? And then I walk my ass across the hallway and I go see a little $10 million movie like Sacramento, and I'm like, this is fucking great. Like, this is good.
Well, and like there's just too many. Like, because every streaming service is releasing like a movie or a thing every month to try to keep people engaged and keep them subscribed, right? And now movie theaters have their subscriptions. So like, really, I think what it comes down to is just the culture that's created around the subscription base that we are now existing in. It just doesn't lean into quality over quantity. It leads into quantity in order to keep people, rather than having just like one quality thing every once in a while that people can talk about for a long time. Yeah.
No, I agree. I also feel like a lot of these movies, and I think The Fountain of Youth is a good one, I love the way trailers are put together. I think, honestly, one of the best trailers I've seen in the last decade is the Thunderbolts A24 style trailer, where it like has a really good score and it keeps cutting in with famous things from A24. Like, I think it was like, it's a good trailer, but I think they do a really good job of like hooking you in on this like epic, fantastic adventure, and then you watch it and you're like, this isn't epic or fantastic or adventurous. So
if we were more of an anime podcast, I would bring this in more, but I've actually seen a lot of really good anime this year. Like phenomenal anime. I mean, Sakamoto Days, Orb, the new My Hero Academia show.
Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry is phenomenal. Even Moonrise was actually not bad.
Did you watch more of it?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. And then there's the Master Swordsman show that just came out on Prime. That one's phenomenal, and it's kind of like a weird slice of life fantasy.
Show?
The new Gundam show's phenomenal.
I watched the first episode
it's
last night.
Phenomenal.
I
Watch
love
episode
Gundam. You
2.
know
It's
that.
so drastically different. Like, it's great. I watched episode 2 and I'm like, is this classic Gundam? Like, what the fuck is going on? And it very much feels like classic Gundam. And then we go right back into episode 3 and it's new Gundam again. And I'm like, what? Okay, this is great.
I can't wait to watch more of that.
No, that's great. And not only that, the animated Warhammer short that came out this year as part of the Secret Level. Like, that was Secret Level was actually phenomenal. Secret Level, Love, Death, and Robots is coming out soon. Season 4, baby.
I can't wait for Love, Death, and Robots.
I think Secret Level and Love, Death, and Robots are good. I think Love, Death, and Robots obviously better because they're leaning more into the art house, like smaller director. But Secret Level did a really great fucking job.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. So a lot of good animated shit this year for me.
No, I'm with
me.
you, dude. I'm with you.
It's for me.
Yeah,
it's all for me.
I wish the movies were better for me, but it's
Yep.
the life we chose.
That is,
as they say in Fast and the Furious.
No, that life chose you, baby.
It did. I'm drawn into the garbage. You know what I almost did last night?
What?
At like 9:30.
Watch
I almost
Havoc?
put that. Almost. I almost watched that G20 movie where Madam President saves her family at the G20 summit.
What?
Yeah, it's It's an Amazon Prime movie.
That sounds dumb.
It looked dumb.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of dumb, I saw a movie.
Oh,
Let me tell you
hold
a
on.
little bit.
Before that, I have two requests
before
of you before we get into your movies. I got
Let's
two
do it.
requests. One, just so we get better at this, and I'm going to make it your responsibility. Right?
Ooh.
I'm giving you responsibility right
have
now,
homework?
live. Yeah, no, not homework. Responsibility. This is an
worse.
ongoing thing.
That's worse.
You have to hold me accountable for remembering more actresses' names.
Okay.
Because only one of us can be sexist or misogynist on this podcast, and it's got to be the he/him. So,
Fair enough.
And if I'm failing, it's partly your fault now.
Okay. I'll take
Okay?
responsibility. Gotcha.
As an ignorant white man, I need my non-binary friend to edumacate me on the actresses' names. Okay?
I will do better at holding up all the cast lists for everything we talk about.
Thank you, because and feel free to quiz me. Feel free to quiz me, and we'll find out if I'm getting better and then less sexist over time. Because I legitimately do feel bad that we'll
Who's in
list
companion?
off all these actors. Sophie Thatcher.
Okay.
Did I do a good job?
You did a
There's
great job.
probably other women in that movie.
There are. There's
Yeah.
a couple more.
I gotta get better at this, man. I'm not paying enough attention. And I let me put it this way. I want to be better, and this is a fun and funny way to make sure it happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone
And then
looking at it.
I forget what the second thing was because that was fun. So
Okay.
on to Odie Matthews and the movies.
Odie Matthews at the movies.
I saw The Accountant 2.
Oh, I saw 30 minutes of The Accountant 1 last
loved it?
night. No, it's bad. It's
What do you
very
mean?
bad. Yeah. So
Okay, before I talk about the second one,
You've seen The Accountant 1.
I've seen it twice. So tell me what you want to.
Let's
you didn't like about
recap
first
The
one.
Accountant 1.
Okay.
Okay. The Accountant
This is gonna be
1.
hard.
Ben Affleck is RFK
Christian
Jr.'s
Wolf.
greatest nightmare. In that he's breaking up his family and all the flashbacks because, boy, is his autism not under control ever unless he's fighting with an Asian guy. But fast forward to the future, and he and his very, very neurotypical and normal brother who has no issues whatsoever of his own,
Braxton.
thank you very much. They work in kind of the same industry, but
They're
one of them
hitmen.
does they're kind of hitmen, but one of them does the books, and he uncooks them, and boy does he uncook them, but he does it in a montage where he's just listing off the random things that are on the balance sheet of literally any company ever, because whoever wrote this movie wanted to sound smart. And boy does Anna Kendrick come in as a potential love interest and drop
she's in
words
that.
like amortization to make you feel like this movie's smarter than it actually is, but it's not. And then they write, she uncooks, she's impressive because she, over the course of the weekend, gets 15 years of stuff ready. But then, is Ben Affleck's autism a superpower, and even more impressive because he does it in one night. And then it turns out there was a guy who looks like he was embezzling, but John Bernthal's got him taken care of. He's going to go shoot him or make him shoot himself or whatever. And then John Lithgow, who's probably the actual bad guy of the film, comes in and he's like, you guys are off this case and fuck this and fuck you and get out of here. And by the way, here's a hitman who's going to show up to a farmhouse and come after you, Mr. Wolf. And you're going to have to rip him out of the back of a truck, even though he's probably like 280 pounds, and then fight him in front of an old couple that just has their jaws dropped. Like this is some sort of a What's Eating Gilbert Grape film. And then it's going to turn out that John Lithgow's the bad guy, and they're going to save him, and Bernthal and Bernthal and his autistic superpowered brother are going to get out.
Close. In the
Okay.
end, the first one ends. You're pretty much spot on. Like I'm not. No notes. No
Thanks.
notes.
I didn't even watch the whole thing.
You're. I think John Lithgow is the actual bad guy.
He
It's been a
is,
long time
because
since I've
he's
seen
the
it.
one who comes in. He's like,
Yeah.
you're done with this. I feel responsible for the death of my friend. And then he kicks him out, and I was like, oh, you're the bad guy. Like, got it.
I think he is.
It's
the
either
movie-
him or his wife. You do the recap, and I'll look up who it was.
Well, I was just gonna say that the movie ends. The first one ends with the brothers reuniting, and
Yep.
Christian Wolf, who's played by Ben Affleck,
Yeah.
is like, "I'm gonna come find you, brother," and that's like kind of brought over to the second one a little bit, where it's
Yeah.
like, you said you were gonna find me because we were in Chicago together 8 years ago, and you never did. How come you don't love me, brother? Is it because of you, or is it because of how you are? What's up, man? Is it me? Is it you? Is it because you're autistic? Like, what's up? Why don't you love me? And that's kind of like what Braxton, John Bernthal's character, does the entire movie.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, he's done. Yeah, and he lives in an Airstream with Dana, with Anna Kendrick, but then she's not in the second one. So
No, she's not in the second one.
no. So yeah. The final scene shows Christian and Braxton, whatever, spoilers, driving to a harbor neuroscience, hinting at a possible sequel where they could be helping children with autism.
So that place, the Neuroscience Center,
Yeah.
is where, full spoilers for The Accountant 2, look, it's not good. It's
Oh,
fun.
wait, hold on. Okay, wait. Is it, okay. Hold on.
It's fun.
Here's the thing. I think The Accountant 1 was kind of garbage.
Yeah.
And you think The Accountant 2 was
Fun.
Oh, it was fun. Okay.
But
All right.
but
Keep going.
but it's bad. Like, I want to make sure it's not fun good, it's fun bad.
Yeah.
Like, I want to
It's-
make that clear.
It's leaning toward bad, but it's
It's
fun.
so bad it's good.
Okay. Well,
If I was
you
doing
love John
Magnum
Bernthal,
Opus-
so
Yeah, if I was doing Magnum Opus, John Bernthal would take this movie to so bad it's good in a heartbeat. Because
And
he's
then-
honestly, it's like they just had him show up to set and was like, hey, man, you're known for being really good at the emotional moments, and we're going to have a couple of those, and we're really excited for that. But anything else you want to do, just be fucking batshit crazy. And he was like, I can do that.
Yep.
There's a scene when you first meet him where he's walking around in his underwear with a gun, tapping himself in the head, hyping himself up to have a conversation. And you're like, what is this conversation? And then he finally has the conversation. He's like, hey, Margaret, I'm going to come pick up my dog on Thursday. And she's like, the dog's not ready. He's like, yeah, but I'm going to come pick it. The conversation he was hyping himself up for was to try to get his dog early from the shelter.
Does it turn out they both have autism? Like, what's going on here?
No, his whole thing is that he's alone and he thinks a dog will keep him company. And the big joke and punchline to all of that is he ends up getting a cat.
Okay.
Yeah, hilarious.
Okay.
Anyways, so this movie.
What's this movie about?
I don't know, Kevin. This
What? You watched it.
I did.
You watched the whole thing.
Okay, so
2
here's what it's
plus
about.
hours of your life are gone, and you don't know what it was about?
Okay, here's the thing. There's this Department of the Treasury.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Is that a
from the
thing?
first one. Yeah.
Yeah. This character, her name is Mary Beth Medina. She's played by Cynthia Adai Robinson.
So they couldn't get Anna Kendrick back, so we get this chick. Got it.
She was in the first one.
Oh,
You might
okay.
not have gotten to her yet, but she
Oh,
is in the
whatever.
first one.
All right.
She in the first one works with this guy named Ray King. Ray King played by J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
killed in the opening of this one.
Oh, she's the investigator who's trying
Yes.
to find the accountant, blah, blah,
Yes.
blah, blah, blah. And then J.K. Simmons gets killed in the opening of this one?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So
All right. Well, at least they got him back for it.
yeah, for like literally like
2 minutes.
2 minutes probably. So then like when he dies, he leaves a message for her telling her to find the accountant. She finds the accountant.
That was
They
what she
team
was
up.
doing in the first one.
I don't know, man. Like,
All right.
That's right. At the end of the first one, nope, you're correct. At the end of the first one, the accountant gets her, hacks the system and gets her a promotion.
Okay.
So that's cool. Now she's got the promotion, and then this one they team up, and then they team up for 45 minutes, and then she's like, "Hey, I don't like the way that you keep beating people up, so we're not gonna work together anymore." And then
Okay.
they don't work together anymore, and then at the end of the movie, she gets stabbed, and then she's fine.
What?
Yeah.
That's
And
dumb.
So basically what this movie does, and if you're like, I don't understand what you're saying, I don't
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying, and I saw the movie.
Okay.
The movie is half them teaming up, Ben Affleck, John Bernthal, and this lady, and then when she decides that she doesn't like the way they do things, it literally just becomes the two brothers either joking, fighting, or traveling to the final action bit, right? And the whole plot of this movie
Uh-huh.
is that I guess, okay, so 7 years in the past from when this movie starts. So
Oh,
7 years
God.
ago.
All right.
So after the first one, but before the second one.
Yeah, we're
'cause that's
still jumping
important.
around in the timeline.
It's so
Got it.
annoying.
Okay.
But basically, this family came over from Mexico, and they were got like captured or got by this group of like mercenaries that like grab people at the border and kill the husbands, capture the kids, and then force the women to be, I think, sex workers.
Okay.
And so this family, this lady, her husband is killed, her son is kidnapped. She escapes the like people, the bad guys, but she gets a brain injury. And that brain injury, Kevin,
gives her autism.
Nope, it unlocks her superpower of being a great hitman. She becomes super aggressive, and she becomes really good at strategy. Because you see a montage of her getting better at chess because she's really good at strategy because she hit her head.
Because of her brain injury.
Okay. And then
So because she hurt her brain's better.
Yeah, now she's better. So she has been going around for the last like 5 years killing people as a hitman.
With a bruised brain.
And she killed J.K. Simmons' character because he was trying to find her. And then she stabbed the detective lady. And then she just disappears from the movie until the brothers rescue her son.
Final scene?
So the final fight is that the brothers go to Mexico to save a bunch of kids from a concentration camp.
Like an autism concentration camp?
No, regular concentration camp.
Oh, okay.
And the way they find the concentration camp is by a team of autistic hackers. So there is a moment in this movie, and this is what I really want to talk about because I feel like I'm just curious. Like, I just want to have the conversation.
Yeah.
And I might be wrong, and if I am, like, definitely let me know.
Go ahead.
But there's a moment in this. Ben Affleck's character has this lady that talks through an iPad, so she sounds British. She lives at this facility that you mentioned at the end of the first one. It's like a neuroscience facility that Christian Wolf funds. Ben Affleck's character.
Yeah.
And so they've recruited this team of, I guess they're like neurodivergent, but I mean, they're autistic. They're supposed to be autistic.
Yeah.
And they're all really good with computers. And there's this really big scene, and I hated it. Like, I actually, like, I was laughing because I was like, this is fucking cringy, and I don't like it. All the hackers, there's like 8 of them, they're like, we got to find this person's face, so we need to look at all the cameras. And while they're like hacking into cameras on the street and like hacking into people's phones and stuff, the detective lady is telling the brother, she's like, listen, the entire like CIA or FBI couldn't find cameras. I'm sorry. I know that these kids are smart, but they're not going to be able to find anything. And then the girl that's like in charge of the kids is like, detective, you don't even know what we're capable of. And then she's like, like the kids all have names, and she's like, Ray, enhance that photo. Jimmy, clear it up. Johnson, what's going on with that lady's phone? And she's just like barking commands, and it just cuts to the kids typing on keyboards and like their eyes darting, and they're all wearing noise canceling over the ear headphones.
Oh my God.
And then they're
How
like,
do they hear her?
I don't fucking know, Kevin.
Oh my God.
But then, because it gets worse, it keeps getting worse.
Yeah.
Then they find this lady taking a selfie, and they're like, oh, the person we need to identify is in that photo. Instead of hacking into her phone, which we just saw them do, they do a bunch of like roundabout stuff to find her home address, hack into her laptop, and then use like her doorbell and other things in her house to distract her so they can open up her laptop and find the photo and then email it to themselves. So a group of autistic hackers need to hack into the laptop to email the photo so they can do Face ID, even though they were able to hack into traffic cams, phones, and ATMs and all this other shit. They need to do this little gag. And then at the end of this, Kevin, it's the most like, and we talked about this briefly on the phone, but the main lady starts doing tics that people with autism have. And this is where I'm torn, because on one hand, I think the accurate representation could be, and I want to make sure I'm very clear about this, could be good in a movie that's maybe about anything other than autism is a superpower. Because on the other hand, I'm watching this and I'm like, this is somebody pretending to have autism in a movie where they're pretending like autism makes you the greatest assassin, hacker, hitman in the world, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't like it. I'm landing on that. I don't like it. I don't think it's done very well. It's not very tasteful in my opinion.
I don't like anything in the realm of like having a dysfunction is my superpower type movies. Like you and I have talked about this. Like I didn't even really like I didn't enjoy Forrest Gump that much as a kid.
No, I don't like Forrest Gump. I hate that movie.
I felt weird about it the entire time I was watching the movie. I hate Big Bang Theory, which
Ugh.
is just like the show is just like, and
That's my
everybody
spot.
like when that show came out, and this is who these movies aren't for people who maybe can identify with some of these tics or what's the term we're using? Not dysfunction, but just like a differently functioning person. Like people are like, "Oh, you love Big Bang Theory. It's all about nerd shit." And then I watch it, and it's literally just like all the jokes that people make about nerds, but it's
Nerds making them.
quote unquote autistic nerds making them. And I was like,
With a
no, I
laugh track
actually
that's
don't like
unbearable.
this. Yeah, it's actually bad, and it feels like you're still laughing at the same thing you would have laughed at, which is the fact that like I hyper focus on some things or whatever. And maybe I'm making it a little bit personal, but it kind of is. Like
No,
I
don't
watch these
disagree.
movies, and like last night I was watching the account, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's stimming and loud noises and stuff like that. Oh, I do that when I'm really stressed and frustrated. I need loud noises and activity, and like I need to do things and like move, and I can't. Like I identify with some of this stuff, and then I looked it up. I'm like, oh, I definitely don't have autism. Like, but
Yeah.
yeah, just watching someone pretend that that's the superpower, I don't like it. Period. Like this movie. I mean, I think the only times it's been done well and in a way where like there was a little bit of care applied to the character is like Rain Man's not bad. Because
Beautiful
it shows
Mind?
like, cause you're not really rooting for the guy who doesn't have autism. Like it is interesting, and they do show like the pros and cons of that in a semi approachable way. Also, the only other time that I've really liked it, there was a lot of people are like, oh, Drax is autistic from Guardians of the Galaxy, but they never come out and go, yes, he's autistic, and that's
He's an
what
alien
makes him
with different culture and customs.
Yeah, but like there are people who identified with the character, and they're like, oh yeah, Drax is kind of
interesting.
neuroatypical, you know. Like,
I could see that.
yeah, so I was like, oh, cool, neurodivergent. That's the term.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think when you take neurodivergence and you try to make it a superpower, if you're not someone who has neurodivergence, you run the risk of not highlighting it in a positive way. You know, and that's what's happened in these movies is you've got a guy who clearly is not neurodivergent. And like there's the other show too, Atypical, where like, and I've had multiple people watch that show and go, that guy's kind of like you, Kev. And I'm like, thanks guys. Appreciate it. But like when people are writing these shows, sometimes I think and maybe there must be people who are neurodivergent who like this, and that's cool. I don't. It's not for me.
Well, I haven't heard a lot of good things about a lot of this representation. Like The Good Doctor, I've heard people are like, that's a really bad representation of autism. The movie Predators, speaking of, Predator, where the kid is autistic and can read alien languages because of that.
That's a superpower, yeah.
Like, I think when you, like you said, when you use something that is something that somebody lives with on a daily basis, and that you don't know the struggles, you don't know what it's like, you don't know what it's like to be them, I think trying to write representation in a way that is how you view it doesn't work. And I think also because imagine if there was a movie where like being colorblind was a superpower, where they were like, because you're colorblind, you're the best at this thing. You'd be like, okay, but like, I'm colorblind, and I don't think that's true at all, because like life sucks being colorblind. Like, you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, so I just like, I don't know. I think that The Accountant too, like John Bernthal, when this comes out to streaming, do yourself a favor, go to all the John Bernthal scenes. But like even then, like the action didn't save this movie for me. Like, it's fun because of John Bernthal being John Bernthal, but like there's some moments. Speaking of like the really heartfelt moments, like there's this moment, and I love it, like because John Bernthal is so fucking good at this in every role he's in. If he has an emotional line, he is phenomenal at delivering it. And he's sitting there like eyes watery, like kind of doing this thing where like, he doesn't want to look at his brother, but he's trying to, and he's like, Chris, do you not love me because of me or because of you? And like set up phenomenally, and then it's just Ben Affleck being like, I'm just me. And I'm like, that's not
Yeah, no, it's not
great.
good. It's not good. Did you see anything else this week? Okay, so The Accountant, fun, leaning into bad. You like John Bernthal. I'm probably gonna skip. Just because, I
definitely.
don't need to see John Bernthal action scenes unless they're in a quality film. I don't need it, baby.
Nope.
All right.
I agree.
Did you see anything
I
else?
haven't seen. Not yet. There's some
Cool.
other movies out this weekend, but I've been busy.
Did you watch Andor yet?
No.
Oh, all right,
Been
cool.
busy.
Skip it. We're skipping it till it's over. Yeah, well, you've been busy. I've been busy. I'll share it on the podcast. I've been studying a ton for the past month, probably over 100 hours for the Series 7, which is why when watching The Accountant now, I'm just like, you're not doing anything insane. You're literally going over balance sheets. They're just making it seem like he can do it faster like a computer, which once again annoyed the piss out of me because I'm like, that's not like you can just be good at math. You don't have to be autistic to be able to do the thing that he's doing. So I was studying for the Series 7. I literally failed by a point this week, which is like crushing, and I have to wait 30 days to retake it. So in light of your workload, my workload, and just the general state of busyness, that seems to be May. Like I looked at my calendar this month and I was like, I'm booked every weekend, if not double booked. I don't know where this happened or how it all added up over time. I think next year I just have to mark May on the calendar and write, be careful. like this month is coming up and I'm like, I have so much to do, including studying for this exam again, right? And I'm real close. Like you need a 72 to pass. I got a 71. And it might have even just been a rounded down point, like who knows? But like, and then you've got Magnum Opus. You're doing bag reviews again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Yeah, no, I've got Magnum Opus. My Odie Matthews channel is back. I've got, on the 5th, I have my largest freelance video contract I've ever landed. That's going to take me about 2 weeks of work. I've got my regular job. And then actually, funny enough, after that big freelance job is done, I have another freelance job that'll take a week to finish. So like 3 out of my 4 weeks in May are booked with freelance work. Yeah, it's just weird how May just became busy.
Yeah, May is super busy. I'm in Idaho next week. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Next weekend, going to be in Idaho watching The Last of Us, hanging out. It's actually my one little bit of a break. But so we're going to take May off. But at the end of May, super episode.
Super episode.
Which will be a nice little treat for everybody, I think. So, also, we'll be on Teams. We'll be on Teams. Skype is getting hung up. The $8.5 billion purchase that Microsoft made in 2011 is being just rolled up into Microsoft Teams now.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, whatever. Like, I'm sure it'll be fine. But, yeah, so this is our last episode on Skype. Bye, Skype. Oh, Skype. Goodbye.
Well,
Goodbye,
bless you.
Skype. Well, yeah, but I won't. I don't know.
I won't.
Yeah, but like, will I know the difference? No. Maybe.
I use Teams for work. And I
Maybe
like
we'll
Teams.
move over to Riverside and finally have a video component. Who knows?
No. Do you see where I record? The only light in here is from my laptop.
Yeah. All right. No video component yet. Yeah. So May, we're taking it off. But here's some really good things that we'll be talking about at the end of May. First off, Thunderbolts is coming out, right?
Thunderbolts is next weekend.
So our May
very
episode, like the end of May, when we release this episode, Thunderbolts we'll cover, right? I do want to talk about Andor. Are you going to watch it?
Of course I'm going to watch it. I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
There's a really cool scene. I hope you notice a lot of the little like Easter eggs. Like I'll give you this one. There's a ton of them, but there's a really cool scene where a little kid at a table has a puppet of an ATST, and I was like, that is both cute and horrifying.
Yeah, right? Like war machines as toys?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have those here.
I mean, yeah, we do it now. Like,
yeah,
tanks and shit.
so like it makes sense. But like, I just love that stuff. Tony Gilroy is amazing. Very different from
movies.
Like, actually, this is funny. When I was talking with my friend last night, who will remain nameless, just because we were talking about Ryan Coogler, and it's kind of a hot take. He goes, Tony Gilroy, on the other hand, doesn't miss, man. And I'm like, no, he doesn't. We were looking it up. We're like, he made the Good Bourne movies. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's great.
You want to know why he made a good Star Wars?
Because he knows how to write a good script.
He doesn't like Star Wars.
Oh, perfect. See,
And
that's
honestly,
what you need.
like, some of the best Star Wars comes from people who aren't mega fans.
Yeah.
People that just understand good storytelling, because that's all you need.
Well,
Like,
that's what you need
anyways.
for anything, right? Like and not if everything had good storytelling, it would be that much harder to enjoy anything anyway. So it's kind of good that we have movies like The Accountant and stuff like that. But but like, it is because it
No, I
shows
don't
you like
disagree.
the other end of the spectrum. I was talking with another friend the other week, and I was like, the spectrum basically of movies that we talk about goes anywhere from Rebel Moon, which is the worst thing we've ever seen, to Lord of the Rings, which is like one of the biggest masterpieces ever. Like that's the spectrum in my mind of movies that we're watching, and it's good to have that because you need the comparison. Otherwise, like, it becomes homogenized. I don't like homogenization of any kind, unless maybe sometimes milk for health purposes, but that's it.
well, there's a lot of stuff coming out in May.
Yeah.
Not milk related.
No.
There's the movie Friendship with Paul Rudd and Tim Robinson.
Oh, we're definitely talking about that. I'm going to see that for sure.
Hurry Up Tomorrow, the Weekend Barry Keoghan movie with Jenna Ortega.
I'm definitely going to see that. We're talking about that for sure.
Definitely going to be seeing that. And then we have the final Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. So
I'll pass, but I can't wait to hear about it.
I don't blame you because it's almost 3 hours long.
But it's also like the past 3 I've been like, whatever. Like, what
the
did
last one
I
was
get out
okay,
of
but
it? A good
I like
fight
these
with Henry
movies.
Cavill? Like, that was
I
fine.
like these movies. These movies are fun.
It's fine.
And then the live action Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, yep. Is that this month?
Yes, Memorial
Wow.
Day. I'm excited for this.
There's
I
so
can't
much.
wait for Lilo and Stitch.
There's so
Then-
much coming out this month. I don't have enough time to watch it all.
Karate Kids Legends.
Yep.
And then Bring Her Back from the creators of Talk to Me.
All right, that's too much. We'll see what we cover in the May
oh.
super episode. The
Well,
Last
what
of
we
Us will
cover-
probably finish by the end of May because we're,
Yeah.
3 episodes in this weekend, and May hasn't begun. So
Probably.
there's 8 episodes, I think. So yeah, we'll be done. We'll be done at the end of May. The Last of Us will be done, which I'm loving, by the way. Have you watched it at all?
Season 2?
Yeah, no, any of it.
Oh, I've seen the first season. I haven't started season 2 yet.
Season 1 was really well done.
Yeah, I liked season 1 a lot.
Yeah. And season 2, did you play the second game?
I've never played either of the games.
Oh,
I know all the spoilers, though. I mean,
oh, you do.
yeah.
Oh, you know the big one.
I know what happens in episode 2.
There it is.
Yeah, well, I mean,
If-
the internet, I'm not even on the radar for Last of Us content, and I immediately got it spoiled.
Oh, yeah.
It's just how it is.
Oh, I'm just not on the internet enough, I guess. Because that way, I didn't play the second game, and I was like, that's legitimately a surprise for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lucky you, then.
Yeah. No, it was good. I was like, whoa,
Yeah,
wait,
it got spoiled
what?
for me during the first season.
Yeah.
Somebody in real life was like, yeah, when Joel dies in the second game, spoiler alert, doesn't
Don't.
matter.
No, I'm bleeping that out.
Okay.
that out because that's an active spoiler and a good
Yeah.
one.
Okay,
Yeah.
bleep that out. But when somebody actually told me that, I was like, okay, we're on episode 4 of the first season. What?
Yeah. No, it's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna wrap up. You said Andor's wrapping up by the 15th, which means 3 episodes a week, but that's too much.
This is why. Apparently, each set of 3 is a time jump leading up until right before Rogue One.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense because I watched the first 3 episodes, and we'll talk about this at the end, but I watched the first 3 episodes, and I'm like, wow, this is really kind of ramping up, but also, how are we going to do all of these things that you're talking about all at once? So that makes sense that it's 3 time jumps. Fucking good job, Tony Gilroy, for recognizing how a plot needs to move again. Also, the first 2 episodes are like on Andor's end, they're comical. Like, they're funny. Like, the first 2 episodes have some real serious beats to them, but like Andor is legitimately stranded and is not you have to watch it.
It's going to be good.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
You have to watch it. It's so good.
Oh, I will.
What all right, so We're going to see everybody else at the end of May. I'll see you in between then because I'm sure we'll be talking. But what are
we're
your
not allowed to
jams?
talk at all.
What are your jams this week? Pre-May, what are your jams? And then in our super episode at the end of May, no holds barred, you can list all your jams, but then only explain like a couple of them, right? But what are your jams this week? What do you got for me?
So I've been watching What We Do in the Shadows, the TV show.
Oh, I love that show.
I am on season 4, about to be on season 5, which is also kind of why I haven't watched anything. I've been it's been a comfort show to watch, 20-minute episodes of vampires being funny and silly and
hilarious.
Goofy. It's Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement. They wrote it. It's great. Matthew Berry, I love him. I love him so much.
Everybody loves Matthew Berry now, especially after this. But he was amazing in Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
Yeah, he's good in so many stuff.
The Toast of London is like probably the most Matt Berry thing I've ever seen. It's fucking. If you haven't seen The Toast of London, watch that. He's amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So I've been watching that show, which I really enjoy.
Wait,
but then
who's the actress in?
But also, I've been listening to the Ghost album.
Hold on,
dropped.
who's the actress
Kevin.
in What We Do in the Shadows? Who is it? We have to solve this problem, Odie.
But I wasn't talking about any of the actors.
But we said Matt Berry's name. Who's the actress? We have to balance this out.
Natasha Demetro. She's French.
Natasha Demetro.
And Kristen Shaw's in it too, and I love her.
Yeah, I love it. All right,
but yeah,
thank you. All right.
What We Do in the Shadows. But then Ghost dropped a new album.
Yeah, and you love Ghost.
Okay,
Ghost is your sleep
Ghost.
token.
I like Ghost the normal amount. Every time I bring them up, you're always like, Ghost is your favorite band.
You love Ghost.
I don't. I like them. I don't love them, but their new album is pretty good.
Yeah.
I like Sleep Token way more, and Bad Omens way more.
Okay. Cool. What do you like? Yeah, I saw the Ghost tease. Like every time a new album comes out, he's got like a new look for it or whatever, right?
Well, they do. So like, the thing that I like about Ghost,
they do things,
which is also what other bands do. So it's not just them, but they very much, Tobias is the leader, and the ghouls and stuff are hired talent that play and are part of the band, but it's very much they're there for the showcase part of it. Because, I've been to a Ghost concert. It's very performative, and I like that. I think it works. And so every couple albums, every so often, he'll change. It'll be a message from the clergy, and, he'll be like a demonic cardinal, or he'll be like a priest. He changes his look and changes, like, depending on what the theme of the next album is, they'll kind of change that stuff around. And this new one's good. I think the best song from it is Satanized. I think it's really good. Obviously, this band is very, like, I wouldn't even say it's atheist coded. It's just very, like, not even like religion mockery. Religion is a focal point of their lyrics, and they explore a lot of the themes and things around religion and around what, like, religious texts say to do and not to do, and they kind of explore that through song, and I think it's cool.
They sardonically do what metal has done for forever, which is use some of the most metal writing in the entire world, including a man being nailed up on a cross and stabbed and murdered, to delve into some deeper human psyche and then explore that space in a darker toned way. Yeah.
I would say Ghost is.
Was that a good summary?
Like, yeah, because I would say that Ghost, in terms of their sound, is not heavy. Like they're not anywhere close to Sleep Token or even Bad Omens.
They're very theatrical gospel.
They're dad
classic.
Rock. They sound
metal.
like dad rock. Like
they sound like classic metal. Like
and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like dad rock is not a bad thing. I'm just saying that, like, they remind me of bands from the 80s that had that sound.
Oh yeah, no, they're very much more an Iron Maiden metal than anything else. Yeah, they're very Iron Maiden, which is great. Iron Maiden's phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
No, Ghost is phenomenal too. I am saying it's a bad thing though. I disagree.
Oh, okay.
No,
well, we disagree, Kevin.
No, I like Ghost. I don't love Ghost the way that you do, so I don't go after their songs the same. Like, I didn't even know they had a new song out. Sleep Token did release a new song, and you would think that would be my jam, and I have listened to it at least 20 times already, but that is not my jam, because this week, one of the best rappers to ever come out of Buffalo, New York, West Side Gun, released his most recent EP West Side Gun is, I would say, probably one of the biggest unsung heroes in the rap realm. Like, he sounds like a combination of like Action Bronson and Ghostface Killah. Like,
you love Action Bronson.
I love Action Bronson. I also love West Side Gun. His EP is called Heels Have Eyes, which is hilarious.
What a guy.
And the first track is called Fish Scale Friday, and it just like the whole thing, like when you listen to it, I like to say that this is Action Bronson for the cookout. Like, it's like West Side Gun's amazing. And then what was really funny was I was like talking about it with a friend who I'm going to like a bachelor party with this upcoming month, one of the many things that we're doing that has made the month busy. And he just immediately threw up a picture of him and West Side Gun in the chat and wrote boom, boom, boom under it. And I was like, what? Like, that was amazing. West Side Gun's phenomenal. Done a ton of work with Griselda over the years. Absolutely, like I would say one of the best rappers to ever come out of New York, let alone Buffalo. Like, definitely Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo's a surprise.
That's the thing that gets most people. It's like, where's he from? Oh, Buffalo. So that is my jam. And then also, and I did want to bring this up, My Hero Academia Vigilante came out this week.
Yeah.
Vigilantes is the slightly more mature version of My Hero Academia. Now, and it also is very tongue-in-cheek in making fun of My Hero Academia in that there are two side characters who I have fallen in love with. They are these two friends. One of them has an I-beam power like Cyclops, and I forget what the other one's quirk is. My Hero Academia, quick explanation for anybody listening who's never seen it. If you listen to this podcast and you've never seen it, go do yourself a favor. It's all about superheroes, but it's what if like everybody was being born with weird quirks and stuff, and it was actually more uncommon to not have one. So
some quirks could be really dumb and weird, like you
Yeah.
can snap your finger and you have a little flame on your thumb,
Yeah.
or you can turn your whole body into metal. Like,
sometimes you're just born as a human vacuum in a spacesuit. Who knows?
there's a guy in the background of My Hero that has a paperclip as a head. So I mean,
Exactly.
like, anything's possible.
Could be anything, baby. Yeah. So it takes the idea of like X-Men, Marvel, stuff like that, and kind of turns it on its head a little bit. Vigilantes. The two guys that I love, and this is where it makes fun of it, when you first get introduced to the characters in My Hero Academia, they're like, we're in school. And you're like, what school? And they're like, middle school. And you're like, there's no way. Like, there's no way you're middle schoolers. In Vigilantes, the main characters are all much older. One of them is in college. The other one is not in school, I don't think, and she's an influencer, or maybe she is, I don't know, but she's an influencer, and a wannabe J-pop star, and then the other one is like easily in his 40s or 50s, and it's just he has no quirk, and he's a vigilante who people call knuckle duster because he just has brass knuckles, and it's just like he's kind of like. We keep saying like different versions of Batman. He's kind of like grumpy Batman. Like he knows how to handle certain scenarios really well, but ultimately it just ends with him punching things. And like they're constantly like, dude, you can't just run in and punch people. Like you can't and then the two characters who I've fallen in love with, they're wearing pink kimonos, and when you first meet them, they have a ton of facial hair and they're taller than most of the other characters, and they're like, we're in middle school, and you're like, fucking A. So I absolutely love that about the show. The show has been phenomenal to watch. 3 episodes are out now. And it's similar enough to My Hero Academia where if you're a fan, I think you'll enjoy it. And it's different enough from My Hero Academia where I feel like if you're not a fan of like that style of shonen, this one is much better. It feels more grounded as I'm watching it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Like it feels more realistic in that the quirks, like the main character's quirk is that he slides around slightly faster than running at the start of the show, at least. And then the girl's quirk is that she can jump really well, like just not anything. She kind of like floats, like just less gravity. That's it. Nothing crazy though. But I did want to bring something up because we don't talk about and this is the end of the podcast, unless you have anything else. Do you have any final thoughts on anything that we talked about?
Nah.
You don't?
Not this time.
Okay, cool. Well, I wanted to bring this up toward the end of the podcast. I watch a lot of anime, right? Would you agree? Is that an accurate assessment of me?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So I watch a lot of anime, and you might be asking yourself, why don't Kevin and Odie talk about anime more on the podcast? And I would say to you, this is why. And I actually have a segment for this where I'm going to explain. Odie, here's how we're going to do this segment on this podcast. I'm going to read you an anime title. And then I'm going to ask you to summarize the anime, and then I'm going to tell you what is actually happening in the anime. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. This segment, and I wrote an anime rap for it, is called "Why We Don't Talk About Anime More on UnPop." Ready?
Sure.
Okay. From the NHK to the anime, we are Boo Taco. We gon' tackle talky topics like it was a tentacle attack. You best be backing up, you baka. Ain't no waka flocka flames. You lame as Yamcha when them Saiyans battle back.
I'm just giving you what I think this is about based
You're
on the
gonna
title.
tell me what you think this is about based on the title.
Let's do it.
Here's the title of this anime. The 100 girlfriends who really, 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 really love you. That's the title.
I'm gonna guess this is about a guy who has 100 girlfriends and he's trying to narrow it down to the one he really, 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 really loves.
You would think that would be the simple premise of a show called The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. The all caps on the last one. But no, it's not. I'm going to read you the summary of this, and this is why we don't talk about anime more on this podcast. Rentaro Aijo was rejected 100 times in middle school.
Oh.
He visits a shrine and prays for better luck in high school. The god of love appears and promises that he'll soon meet 100 people he's destined to date. Notice it says people, not girlfriends. But there's a catch. Once destiny introduces someone to him, the two must happily love each other. If they don't, they'll die. What will befall Rentaro and his 100 girlfriends in high school?
So he's gonna get 100 people killed, basically.
No, I have not watched okay, let me clarify this. There are many anime where I will read the title and very much like we just did, I will then read the synopsis and just laugh myself into a fit of exhaustion, but I have not watched a single bit of this. I don't want to watch a single bit of this. This is why I'm not talking about it more on the podcast, because there are tons of these. There are so many of these shows. They are bad. My best summary based on what I know of the genre is, and this is a subgenre of anime, it's a comedy and a slice of life, is that in most of the episodes he will be meeting a new girlfriend. He will then have to love them and meet another girlfriend. And this will continue to build in what is known as also a subgenre of anime. Very sadly, this is a subgenre called harem anime. So this is a comedy, slice of life, harem. Bear in mind, they're all in high school. And it's going to get continually funnier as he attempts to juggle all these girlfriends. Really, this is just like, I mean, I put this in you know what? I've been wanting to use this clip too. Do you think this is garbage, bad, fun, good, or great, Odie?
What do you mean? Of course it's going to be garbage.
It's garbage! And I've got a garbage clip for this.
Yeah.
Certified garbage, baby.
Garbage.
Oh. Ew. Not this one. No, okay.
Garbage.
I actually didn't really want to.
You did it.
I have been looking for a place to use that. since I made it. I love my little clips for anyway. So certified garbage. There's a ton of anime that falls in this category. I think maybe not. You know what? I'm just gonna, whether or not we do it every week. Every week, Odie, I'm gonna bring you a new anime.
Do it.
that
One of these days I'll get it right.
Yep. One of these days you'll summarize it correctly. But yeah, so there's so much of that, and there's so much. I mean, we talked about this too. There's so much that's coming out all the time. There's a lot of garbage out there. You have a whole YouTube dedicated to it.
Dude, I told you off air, I watched, for the first time ever in the history of Magnum Opus.
Yep.
I was really careful in the beginning to make sure that I didn't watch too many bad movies in a row. I was like, okay, I think I'm going to like this one, so I'll do this one next, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
I just did, and they're not all out yet, but I just finished 4 bad movies in a row. And not just 4 like bad movies, 4 movies that they broke me. They wore me down because I was like, these are just fucking bad. And the last one that I just finished working on was the Suicide Squad from 2016. Thunderbolts is coming out. And on top of that, Kevin, I watched the extended edition, which is like an extra 15 minutes. So,
that's gross, dude.
Dude, after watching all of these bad movies, Invention of Lying, Lightyear, If, and Suicide Squad, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch a movie that I know is a masterpiece.
Lying was bad, wasn't it?
Which one?
The Invention of Lying was bad, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'm remembering that now because that popped up on Netflix forever ago.
Yeah, it's bad. Dude.
Yeah,
you should,
and I remember
really
somebody. I think I was on a date one night or something. Some girl wanted to watch it. I'm like, all right,
it's
fine,
not a
whatever.
good movie.
No, it's not good.
And people disagreed with me. Apparently, there's a lot of people who like that movie. That is my most disliked video on YouTube across both of my channels.
It's bad enough that I don't think I called that girl back.
Yeah. So I decided to do a movie that I knew was good, and I'm really excited to talk about it because I got to kind of do a different format, different style. Instead of being like, why is this happening? I have to be like, this is amazing and I love it. Look at this thing. So, yeah.
Well, great. I love it. Wait, what's the movie that you watched that's good? Give us a little spoiler. Give us a little teaser.
Okay. 1954.
Okay.
Creature feature.
Yep.
Which one do you think? Universal Monster Movie Creature feature from 1954.
Werewolf.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I knew it was.
I was like, I thought I told you this.
You did tell me this.
Okay.
That's why, when you're giving me the hints, I'm like, I'm just going to get it wrong on purpose. That's it.
I forgot I told you.
Yeah, why would you hand me that setup, baby? Why would you do
know.
that to me? Cool. You doing anything cool this weekend? You got anything fun going on before I sign us off?
Nah.
Wow.
No, I don't have anything this weekend. And
Magnum Opus / bag review / freelance mania has nothing going on. / fighting dragons every week has nothing going on this week.
I'm just editing. Dude, I don't have D&D this weekend. I don't have work. This is the only obligation I have is this podcast, which is almost over.
Oh, nice. I'm going to go see Sweeney Todd tomorrow, which was very unfortunately. I was not able to play Judge Turpin in, but I think it's going to be phenomenal. I actually got some really cool gifts for James Alexander, who is directing it and starring as Sweeney Todd. Brilliant actor and singer locally, and even down in the city. He's done a lot of really great stuff, and I can't wait to see it, honestly. And I'm so bummed that I wasn't able to be in it, but like I said, I failed the test by a point, even with all the studying that I did. If I had tried to balance everything in my life, it would have sucked. Sometimes just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something.
Agreed.
You know? That's the lesson that we've learned. And so now we're going to shouldn't for a month with a whole bunch of stuff.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking forward to not having anything for a couple weekends in a row.
Well, fuck you too, Odie.
Okay. That's not what I meant. I'm still going to talk to you, Kevin. We talk every day.
I know. I'm just kidding.
What do you mean? Okay, you know what? Actually, I'm not going to talk to you the entire month of May.
Fine. Bring it.
After we hang up,
you know what?
You.
Fine. Challenge accepted.
Fine.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the UnPop podcast. Odie and I will not be talking to each other for another week. Thank you
really
for
friends.
waiting through this absurd existence of non-friendship with us. Make sure to check out Magnum Opus and or Odie Matthews Bag Reviews on YouTube, our brother / sister channels. Feel free.
I love that.
Yep. Feel free to leave a comment or a 5-star review or even a 1-star review. Feel free to leave reviews on this. We need reviews. And
I
shit
like
now.
1-stars.
Yeah, we
They're
actually
funny.
need that. But leave whatever kind of a review that you want. We might read it on the podcast. Who knows? Email if you want to. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about our mental health, or would like us to podcast live at your funeral. Email is mysecretpoweris@gmail.com. Art by FrankAce. Music by moi. That's it.
That's it.